Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Tarot Tuesday. Here we are once again, joining with this beautiful community, and I'm, as always, excited to be here, excited to bring some clarity on the energies moving through. And I would like to say hello to those who are here so far. So good evening, Karen Suki. Hello, Teresa of Wounds to Wisdom. And good evening, Chris the Volunteer. Thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate your presence. As you all know, I'm Laura, and I read Tarot and Oracle. And this evening will be just like previous live streams, where I open us up with a group message, and then I will open for individual readings. So if you have a personal question that you would like answered, I will do my best to answer your question. And then I close the show with a quick pick a card. Good evening, Mystic Road. Thank you for joining us. So nice to have you here. And we have a full moon coming up. I believe it is on the 9th is the full moon. I don't remember the exact timing of the full moon, but this is a good time to really surrender. This is a good time to release anything that's no longer serving you. It's also a good time to make adjustments, to think about that new moon intention that you set and decide what is working, what is not working, what do you need to surrender to more deeply. And I see more people have joined us. So good evening, Bonnie Binsky. Hello, Scotty Boy. I believe there was somebody else who hopped on as well. Good evening, Victor of Truth Wave Energy. So nice to see you. Hello, Jolie James. Hello, Jared of Who The. Okay, so and Bath Maven, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Hello, Angela. So nice to see you. So we have we have quite the energies moving in now with this full moon coming up. And tonight at 8 p.m. on the Medium channel here on YouTube, Adam is doing a full moon forecast. And then tomorrow, 9:30 Eastern time on Huda, he's doing a fire homa, which is an absolutely beautiful ceremony. If you have not joined, I highly recommend. It's very grounding. It's a wonderful time, and it's a good time to really surrender to those intentions that you set during the, oh my goodness, I'm losing my train of thought here, during the new moon. It's a good time to connect with the fire and surrender on the full moon. And good evening, Millie. Hello, Adam. And yes, you did hear your name. I was just telling everyone you are having a full moon forecast at 8 p.m. Eastern on the Medium channel. So thank you, Adam, for joining us. So I'll get started here in just a moment. As I was telling everyone, I start us off with a group message so we can see what energies are coming in for us. And then I open for individual readings. And I close with a quick pick a card so everyone receives a personal message. And good evening, Clint of the Gen X Effect. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, so that's what's going on here. All these energies coming in. And I was thinking earlier today, and I know it's kind of dangerous when I think, but I was thinking earlier today about how sometimes we hear a message in our lifetime, and I can relate this to tarot reading because I was exposed to tarot when I was quite young, and I was always fascinated with the cards, and I would seek out different tarot readers throughout my early years, and it never really hit me the power of the cards and the messages and connecting to spirit, because to me it was the cards that held the power, and the cards were so mysterious and they knew the answers. And it wasn't until much later that I realized that it's not the cards, it's our higher self, it is spirit that we are connecting to through the cards. And if we don't like what they have to say, if we don't like what's presented to us through this energy and what the outcome will be, we have the power to change it. And for many years, I did not realize that. I would get a reading, and if something didn't seem positive and uplifting, it would be like, oh my goodness, now I'm doomed to this fate. And I think about that when I deliver messages to people, because if you're receiving a reading and or even any message from anyone, and you're not quite ready for that message, it may feel like this is the only path. But what I like to do here is remind people that you have the power. All the cards do are showing you the energy that is surrounding us at the present moment, but we have the power to change it. We are not doomed to a certain fate if the cards say, well, here's the likely outcome, because that's if we stay on the path that we're on and we make no changes. So it's really, these readings are about empowering you to make the best choice for yourself. And good evening, Amanda Havens. Thank you for joining us. Good evening. I saw a few more people who came in. Megan, thank you for joining us once again. Hello, Norville, and hello, Lindsay. Thank you all so much for being here. We have a nice turnout tonight. So I will get us started, and just remember that what you hear, it is really for your own growth and development, and really to empower you. Don't give the power to the cards. Don't give the power to the outside world, because it's your energy that we are focusing on here, and you have the power to change it. So I'd like to get a general message for this group, and I'm going to use the Starlight Oracle. So I'm just going to connect in with the group energy here. And thank you, Adam, for your comment here. Adam of the Medium channel writes, great commentary and advice, Laura. And yes, and a lot of what I have learned from Adam. I have been following his channel since he began back in 2020, and I've taken many trainings with Adam. Yeah. So a lot of what I've learned, a lot of what I reawakened to is what I should say, I've learned from Adam. So let's get a message for the group here. Okay. Let's get a general message for this group. And I have one popping out right away. So we're going to go with it. And our general message, we have had this, I believe, 3 weeks in a row. The message is breakthrough. For a star to be born, it must first collapse. This is not your destruction. This is your birth. So breakthrough has come up as a message, whether it was from this particular deck or other decks that I use, but it has come up now 3 weeks in a row. So for some of us here, I'm feeling like you may be experiencing changes in your physical reality, or perhaps you're feeling the inner shift as well. And it may feel like things are falling apart. Things are moving away. But remember, It is not to make things difficult for you. Some things have to fall away to clear the path for your breakthrough. So hang in there. Your breakthrough is coming. And if you have set your intentions at the new moon and you have been taking grounded action towards those intentions, this is the time to surrender. This is the time to make adjustments and know that your breakthrough is coming. And let's get a theme for us for this full moon. And this is the tea leaf fortune card. So let's get a theme here. What is the theme for this full moon cycle? Ooh, and I'm seeing this one. And this deck is a little hard to shuffle. So as I drop them on the table here. Okay, and this is the card. Bear. Danger, especially in money matters. Okay, so Spirit is giving us a warning here to pay attention to your money. Pay attention to what is going in and what is going out. Are you hanging on too tightly? Are you being too frivolous? Spirit wants us to find that balance. That this is not the time for extravagant purchases. This may be the time to pull back a little bit. If you notice that any investments that you have, and I'm not giving advice here, I'm not a financial advisor, but any investments that you have, things may go up and down a little bit. So consult the professionals. I am not a professional, but just know that it's time to keep an eye on your money. So that is what I have for this theme for the full moon cycle. I'm also hearing like prices going up. So perhaps things may get a little bit more expensive. Yeah, Spirit's telling me like, expect some increases, expect some unexpected expenses. But this is not to scare you. You can pay attention to what you have and make smart choices. And also have faith. Spirit will protect you. And I'm going to use Rebecca Campbell's Ancient Stone Oracle to get a message from our soul. What would our soul like us to know right now? What would our soul like us to know? Let's get one card for the group. And Spirit's saying go with the top card. Okay. Creativity. Creative expression, trust your vision. Here we go. And this is what this card looks like. So during this full moon cycle, really put into action that plan that you have. You are meant to create. If you have been stagnant or feeling stuck, Spirit is suggesting get up and move your body. Move things around in your home. Just creating moving energy will help you to tap into your creative self. And Spirit's talking about it. Spirit's showing me the left hand. So perhaps if you need to tap into your creativity, you want to be able to tap into the right side of the brain. So perhaps practicing writing with your left hand or painting with your left hand will increase your creativity, will help you to get into that right side of the brain. But trust your vision. For some, I feel like I'm feeling this energy wash over me that like this, like I want to sigh, like this isn't working. What do I do next? Am I on the right path? And if those are the thoughts that you've been thinking, Spirit is saying trust. Like if you're still waiting for that breakthrough, have trust and visualize your path. Visualize that outcome, because that will assist you. That will assist you in creating the breakthrough, because the breakthrough doesn't just come. The breakthrough is created by you through your energy. And in your third eye, I'm seeing the third eye here with the creativity. So meditating, also visualizing, seeing the color. I would use purple, even lavender, to assist in opening up your third eye and really seeing the picture, seeing the outcome. So follow your intuition. Your intuition and creativity go hand in hand. And let's see, what are we ready to release this full moon cycle? And I'm going to use John Holland's Psychic Tarot Oracle. Oh, this is wonderful. So Karen Suki says, I'll have to get that ancient stone deck. I am getting mega messages and synchronicities from ancient sites and ancient stones. Wow, Karen, that's amazing. That is wonderful. And yes, it's a beautiful deck by Rebecca Campbell. I know they sell it on Amazon. Also, Hay House has it. And I'm not sure where else, but it is available. Okay, so what are we ready to release this full moon cycle? Let's get this one here. Okay, so the card I drew for us is Power. And this is what this card looks like. And I see this as, what are we ready to release? We're ready to release our fears. Because this is like the Strength card in the traditional tarot. And we want to come back to our strength. We want to come back to our personal power. And in order to do that, we must release our fears. We must release that self-doubt, that negative self-talk, and really just surrender. Surrender to your personal power. Surrender to your divinity, is what Spirit is saying here. See yourself as the creator and see those infinite possibilities. And I keep seeing the infinity sign. And Spirit saying, tap into source. That will assist you in releasing those fears. It will assist you in releasing any hesitation. Maybe for some, it's not necessarily fear, but it's more hesitation. But we're ready to release that now because we want to step into our power. And what will assist us in releasing any fears? What will assist us in releasing any fears? Okay, and I'm going to use the Rider Tarot for this one. What will assist us in releasing our fears? I see this card here. The Magician. So seeing yourself as the master manifester, doing that law of attraction work, seeing yourself healed, seeing yourself fully in your power will assist you in surrendering and releasing any fears. Notice here that you have all the tools that you need to create the reality that you desire. And some of us are getting ready for some positive new beginnings here, because the number 1 is all about new energy, new beginnings. And the yellow here is our personal power. And yellow is also makes me feel really happy. So Spirit's reminding us that when we do the law of attraction work, that it is the feeling that will help to create the energy that you need to see everything the way that you desire it to be. And let's get a message from the angels. This is Radley Valentine's angel affirmation. So let's see what angel is looking to work with us. What angel would like to work with us during this full moon cycle? Let's get one card. Okay, and Spirit's saying go with the top card. So our message comes from Archangel Zadkiel. As the Archangel of Forgiveness, I can free you from unhealthy ties to the past that keep you from living in joy. And remember, unhealthy ties, it doesn't necessarily have to be about what others have done to you. I feel like some of us in this group are having a hard time forgiving themselves for the past. And Archangel Zadkiel can help you to overcome that. Because in my personal experience, forgiving myself has been much harder than forgiving anyone else. And the affirmations we can use: I forgive all prior conflicts in my life. I release the past in favor of peace and healing. And these are the affirmations. So that is what I have for the group for this week. I am hoping that resonates with you. I am wishing you all so much love, so much happiness, and so much success in manifesting your desires. Remember, you are the magician. You have the power to create any reality you desire. And think about your life right now. And I know for some, this is hard to hear. But you've been creating your reality all along. And maybe you haven't been getting the results you want. But now imagine consciously creating your reality. Imagine how powerful you will be, how powerful you will feel when you create the reality you desire, because you do it consciously, co-creating with Spirit. Okay, so now I will open us up to personal readings. So if you would like a personal reading, if you could please type in the chat in all capital letters so I don't miss it, just type, yes, I would like a reading, or yes, please, something along those lines so I know that you would like a reading. And then I will put your names in this bag and we will let Spirit decide who gets a reading tonight. So, okay, Chris the volunteer, I got you. So I have Chris, Norville, Jolie James, Mystic Road, and I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I am very sorry, but I do see you here. So I will get you added as well. Joe Firmino. Okay. Joe Firmino. And I'm probably not pronouncing that right. Okay. Whoops. Who else would like? Okay. Jared, Megan, Lindsay, Joao. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So I have Lindsay, Megan, Jared, Joao, Mystic Road, Jolie James, Norval, and Chris the volunteer. So hopefully I have not missed anyone. I will put your names in here and I will get to as many readings as I can. Okay, so first we will have, I think I've mixed them up well. First we will have Lindsay, you are first. So could you please type your question in capital letters into the chat so I don't miss it? And while Lindsay is typing her question, I will just flash my personal information. Whoops. Which I meant to make a pinned comment, but I forgot. So I don't know if I can pin it now. Not really sure. I don't think I can through StreamYard, but this is my personal information. If you would like to book a private reading or healing, there is a link to my website. Also, my email is info@letspiritguide.com. If you like what I do here and would like to make a donation, they are not required, but they are always appreciated. You may donate through either my Venmo or my PayPal, and the links to those are up on the screen. Okay, so let me just get rid of this. And Lindsay, I would love guidance moving forward and next steps. Okay, so what is next for Lindsay? So Lindsay, I am just going to connect in with your energy. Oh, and that's awesome. Lindsay says she knew I picked her. That's wonderful. I'm glad you could feel the connection. So Lindsay, I'm just connecting in with your energy for a moment. Okay. What do you see next for Lindsay? Let's get one card. Ooh, and I have one falling right out. So we're going to go with it. The card that popped out, so it is meant for you, is fertility. So Lindsay, I see that you are creating a new reality for yourself. I see that you've been doing inner work and healing. I'm seeing the heart chakra, the green. And Spirit's drawing my attention to peace. You're finding that inner peace. And this is helping to connect you with your higher self, with your soul, and with Source. So creation. And I'm also seeing some connection to children here. So there may be some connection with children, perhaps working with children, reuniting with some children, but really creating a connection. I'm seeing this connection, this soul connection. So perhaps you're doing some soul work, connecting with children, healing. I feel like healing the mother line also is coming up here. So healing any mother line wounds, ancestral karma. I'm seeing that as well for you. But I'm also seeing that you're starting to see some changes in your physical reality. It may be how you relate to the outside world, but creation and expansion. I see you expanding your world as well. Perhaps expanding the places you're going to or the people around you, but you're expanding, being seen, getting out more. So this is what I see for you. This is the energy that's surrounding you. This fertile energy, this fertility. And Spirit's saying this is a good time for manifesting, for really focusing on that feminine energy, tapping into your intuition, connecting with the divine feminine. So yes, I see you being a creator here, a creator. So let's get another card for you, Lindsay. What action can you take to align with this energy? What action can you take to align with this energy? Okay, so the card that I drew for you is mental conflict. And this is what this card looks like. So what I'm seeing here is that your thoughts and your actions need to come back into alignment. That perhaps you're not believing in yourself. When you work on this manifestation, when you work on creating your reality, are you believing in the outcome? Are you believing that you have the power? Are you believing that this desire of yours could actually happen? Because I see that you have choices here as well. That there's an action that you want to take. I feel like this is reaching out to someone because I'm seeing branches here and my energy wants to move. So perhaps what you're trying to create in your reality requires you reaching out to another person. And you're not quite sure should you take that action. And what Spirit is saying is that there is no wrong answer. There is no right or wrong here. But focus on what you want the outcome to be. If this is the outcome you desire, then you know what action it is you must take. So align your thoughts and your actions and believe in yourself. And let's get one last card for you. One last card for Lindsay. What is the likely outcome? Whoops, I threw that one and I see this one. Okay, so wow, this is beautiful. So 2 cards came out for you. So of course I'm going to go with them both. And they are Triumph and Foundation and Achievements. So you will be victorious. You will be successful. You will also undergo some great spiritual growth here. This is spiritual energy. The number 7 here. And there will be movement in your life. You will see that change in your physical reality. And what I see here with foundation and achievements, I feel like this is really surrounding your home and family. So you will be celebrating I feel like this is a rekindling or a reconnection of some kind. So, Lindsay, that is what I have for you. I'm hoping that resonated with you, and I am wishing you so much love and so many blessings. Okay, and let's see who is going to be our next. We have Megan. Could you please type your question in capital letters for me? So, Megan, you are next. Hi, Carl. Thank you for joining us. Yes, questions are closed. I am so sorry, Carl. But thank you so much for joining us. And maybe the group message will resonate with you and answer your question, or perhaps through someone else's reading, because Spirit has a way of sending us the messages that we need to hear. Okay, so Megan, okay. Okay, so Megan, you would like to know the next steps. You thought you were clear on moving forward in work, but now you're unsure, maybe avoiding a deeper inner truth. Okay, so Megan, I'm just going to connect in with your energy for a moment. Let me just get a sip of my tea. Okay. Megan, I'm going to connect in with your energy. And let's see. So, what would Spirit like you to know? What would Spirit like you to know here? I'm seeing this card here. Okay. So, conflict and defeat is the card that I drew for you. And this is what this card looks like. And what I see here, is like moving down, moving away from the light, moving away from the path that your heart desires, the path that you would like to see manifest in your life. And what I'm seeing here is that your thoughts are causing some emotional and mental stress. And although you are moving or have kind of turned your back, it's like I'm seeing a pause, like you've turned your back towards the path that you wanted to go. Although you've done that, what I see here is your soul still moving in that direction. Your soul is still kind of guiding and pulling, moving towards the light, moving towards, and when I say the light, I don't mean like there's a light and a dark. What I mean by the light, moving towards your desires, moving towards the path that you know you want to pursue. Your soul is saying, I know the plan. Your soul knows what it is doing. But this second guessing, because there's been some, what I see here is What is the word I'm looking for, Spirit? There's been some heartache. There's been where things haven't worked out the way that you wanted them to. And there's been some self-doubt, and that's causing these thoughts. That's causing this second guessing. But what I see here also is a flame. I'm seeing a candle, and the candle is lit. And the candle is representing your inner world. It's representing your soul, your inner self. So, what Spirit is showing me is to take the time and go within. Take some quiet time and ask your soul, what is it you desire? Ask your soul, what is it I am afraid of? What is it I am not seeing? What am I not believing? And really sit with that feeling. Allow it to enter your conscious awareness. Because I feel like you know what's possible. But it's more about healing the past. It's healing from past hurts so that you can move away from these thoughts. And let's get another card here. How can you more fully align with your path? Let's get another card for you. Positive movement forward. So understand that in your outside world, the waters are calm. Things are smooth sailing. And that if you head in this direction, you're headed towards the sun. You're headed towards your calling. And really see yourself as successful. Keep moving, even if it's just one little step. You don't have to have everything all figured out. You don't have to take big leaps. Baby steps. Because giant leaps can be very scary. And sometimes we're not ready for a leap. And that's okay. There are times in our life where we are ready to leap, and we will know that we are. There will be all the signs around us. But understand that baby steps taken consistently over time add up to these giant leaps. And let's get one last card for you, Megan. What is the likely outcome here? One last card. And I see this. Oops, no, Spirit's telling me it's this one. Okay. The sacral chakra. So this is where your emotions are stored. It's that area. It's that area in the body just below the navel, just below the belly button. In our belly. That's where our emotions are stored. And so what I see for you is you healing and balancing these emotions. And I see you tapping into your creative side. And your creativity can be as simple as envisioning the outcome that you desire. So really tapping into that. I see it healing and balancing. And when I always tell people when one chakra is out of balance, they're all out of balance. So if we can put one back into balance, that helps to rebalance our entire system. So things will come back into balance. And fear is normal. Hesitation is normal. We all go through it. But take those positive steps forward. And Megan, I'm hoping that resonated with you. That is what I have for you, and I'm sending you so much love and so many blessings. Okay, and this is what we have from Megan. Thank you, Megan. I'm glad that resonated with you. Okay, so I will just flash my personal information up on the screen again because I forgot to make it a pinned comment. But if anyone wants to book their own private session, you may do so through my website or send me an email if you have any questions. Okay, and next will be Norville. So Norville, could you please type your question in all capital letters? Norville, you are next. Okay. And thank you so much, Megan. I'm so happy that resonated with you. Okay, so Norville would like guidance moving forward. Okay. So Norville, I'm just going to connect in with your energy. Okay. So Norville, what I'm feeling is that you have a specific you have a decision to make is what I'm feeling. And you already know what this is, and that's okay. You don't have to type it in the chat. It can remain unseen to others. But I keep hearing like, should I stay? Should I go? Should I stay? Should I go? So it's like you're weighing out your options. Would this be a better path or this be the better path? Should I? Shouldn't I? So yes, you're in your head, you're in your mind, in your thoughts, and that's wonderful. There are times we need to be in our thoughts. We need to plan. We need to have a strategy. However, what Spirit's saying here is think about the outcome and how does it make you feel? Oh, thank you so much, Adam. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Okay. So Norville, how does it make you feel if you were to take this path and here's the outcome? How does that make you feel? And now do the same thing with the other path. How does it make you feel? Because that's where your answer is. Your answer is not up here. Your answer is in your intuition. So let's get some more messages from Spirit. Let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, that's good. And we have this one coming out right away. Okay. So what I see for you, material and spiritual prosperity. So this is the card that I drew for you. Material and spiritual prosperity. And I see balance here. That perhaps in your physical reality, and I'm seeing this relates to a lot with finances. I'm seeing your finances. Perhaps things have been tight. There hasn't been a lot extra. And I also feel like sometimes it's like a balancing act, like juggling. Okay, if I place my focus here, something over here might have to wait. Maybe I won't be able to do or spend or have over here. But what I'm seeing now is things coming back into balance. I'm seeing assistance and growth. And I'm feeling like this sigh, like a little relief. So relief is on the way, is what Spirit is saying. But Spirit's also drawing my attention to, again, like everything in balance. That when money starts to come in, just make sure that we're not getting overly excited and spending before we balance everything. That we want to make sure that more isn't going out than is coming in. And gratitude, Spirit showing me gratitude. With every win, show gratitude. Because this path before you, what I'm seeing, will lead you to more freedom. It will ease some of the strain. And you will be in a position where you can not only help yourself, but possibly help others as well. So I'm hearing like hanging on. So Spirit's talking about, are you holding on too tight? But sometimes we need to trust the universe. And let's get another card here. How can you align with this energy? Let's get one card for Norville and I'm saying, no, Spirit said go with this one. Okay. So truth is the card that I drew for you. And this is what this card looks like. So what I see here is that something in your reality needs to shift. There's something that you haven't fully faced. What needs to change? You're waking up. What I see is you waking up to this situation really isn't working. What I've been doing here, although I want it to work, although I would like it to work, deep down, you know it's not really working. It's not going to give you the results that you want. And Spirit's saying letting go. Sometimes we need to let go. We need to awaken and realize that everything that we have done so far has led us to where we are right now. And if there's something we're still holding on to that we know is not serving, it's time to surrender. It's time to let go. It's time to trust. So, Norville, I'm hoping that's making sense to you. I feel like it is. Sorry, I'm just getting a dry throat here. I feel like this has to do with communication. Perhaps there's a conversation that you need to have with someone. It could even be a conversation with yourself. But I'm feeling like this is another person. And if you need to have that conversation, ask Spirit for the words. Because Spirit again is telling me, you know, deep down, you know. And let's get one last card for you, Norval. What is the likely outcome here? And I see this card here. Okay. So the card that I drew for you is conflict and defeat. So what I see here is you moving away from what is not serving you. I see you doing some inner work and some healing. Some surrendering is what I'm also seeing here. So really a letting go. A letting go of the past and a letting go of what is no longer serving you. But understand that this change leads to that freedom and liberation. This will put your mind at ease. It may feel uncomfortable in the beginning. It may feel uncomfortable when you're going through it, but it's to lead you to the right path. It's to assist you in freeing your mind and healing. So Norval, that is what I have for you. I'm hoping that resonates, and I am sending you so much love and so many blessings. Okay, so let's see who will be next. Whoops. Well, I have one that flew right out onto my arm, so I guess that's who we're going with. Chris the volunteer, you are next. Chris, you are next. So if you could type your question in capital letters, that would be wonderful. Okay. So we have Chris the volunteer. Yes, Lindsay. Chris just volunteered. That is correct. Okay. What do you see with a new venture? Okay, well, that's pretty exciting. I think newness is always exciting. Okay. So Chris, I'm just going to connect in with your energy for a moment. Chris, I'm feeling pressure in my head. So I don't know if you've been thinking about this new venture quite a bit, or perhaps you're having some headaches, because I'm feeling pressure in my head and in my eyes. The Spirit's saying, take a deep breath. Release the weight on your shoulders. So perhaps you're just putting a lot of pressure on yourself to figure everything out or to get everything done. All right, so what does Spirit see for you with this new venture? Let's get one card for Chris. Okay. So harmony, this is like the Lover's card. This is what this card looks like. Okay. So harmony. So I see things coming together. I see things working out. I'm seeing this balance between the balancing the masculine and the feminine. And I don't mean male and female. I mean the masculine energy, the divine masculine and the divine feminine, the action, the intuition. Whoops, I have that backwards actually. It would be action, it's the right, intuition, left. Balancing, bringing things to get things together. Spirit saying spend some time meditating. Spend some time joining the two hemispheres of the brain, the masculine and the feminine, the right side and the left side. Because this new venture will require a balance of intuition and action. Your intuition will tap you into your creative energy. And your creative energy will let you see how everything comes together. And it will assist you in knowing what to do. So I do see this as good energy. This venture, I see this as positive energy. I see your heart in it. And that's what Spirit always says, follow your heart. Does it light you up? Does it bring you joy? And I also see coming together, like people coming together. This will bring you closer to another. Or perhaps this is a community. But what I'm seeing is like joining together, being with others. And I'm hearing the word truth. So Spirit saying, just be true to yourself. Be truthful in your actions. Be truthful in your communication. And knowing. Spirit's also saying knowing what it is that you desire. What is it you would like to get from this experience? But I see this new venture also as healing for yourself. When we are in alignment and doing things that we love doing, it raises our vibration. And that helps us to heal our mind, heal our body. So I'm seeing some healing here. So let's get another card for you, Chris. How can you align with this energy? What action can you take to align with this energy? Okay, the base chakra. This is the root chakra or base chakra. And this is what this looks like. And perhaps feeling into that symbol will help also to connect you. But what I see here, Chris, is building the foundation. Set some goals or some plans. What would you like to accomplish? And getting started. Spirit saying start small. That we don't have to jump right into everything. That this is really a time for building the foundation. Taking action, taking grounded action. That it's time to give yourself a break from your thoughts. Wow, that is really cool. I just saw this comment. I need to post that. I literally just read Build the Foundation the same time Laura spoke this. I love synchronicities like that. That's awesome. Okay. So build your foundation. Set your goals, get started, take grounded action. That this is a good time to act. And let's get one last card for you. But I'm also seeing again, so I'm seeing a square, the foundation, and balance. So what Spirit's showing me here, that balance again. Understand that there's a time for going within, a time for accessing our intuition, and a time for taking action. That it can't be all go, 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 because that's not sustainable. So Spirit's really showing like slow and steady, slow and steady. And let's get one last card for you here. Okay. One last card. What is the likely outcome here? Spirit showing me. No, Spirit's saying it's this one. Okay. So fulfillment, this would be like the 9 of Cups in the traditional tarot. So what I see is your wishes coming true, your desires, your goals being met, and I see lots of happiness for you. And I also see some unexpected, like an unexpected surprise, things that you weren't anticipating, bringing you even more joy and more happiness and more fulfillment. So be open. Be open to the journey. Be open to the experience. And allow things to unfold. So, Chris, I'm hoping that resonates with you. That is what I have for you. And I am sending you so much love and so many blessings. Okay. All right, and let's see who is going to be next. All right, so Chris says, thank you. That really resonates. taking small steps right now. Okay. All right. So we have Jared. You are next. Who the? So if you could type your question into the chat. Who the? You are next. And I feel like this will probably be the last reading. So I'm feeling like, yeah, I definitely have energy for this one. Okay. Feel much movement ahead of these feet. Feeling across simple guidance towards steadfastness on the path. Releasing snags. Okay. Oops. So releasing any snags. Okay, Jared. So I'm just going to connect in with your energy and we will see what Spirit has to say. Bonnie, I knew Jared was next. I love that intuition. Okay. So Jared is going to connect in with your energy. So Jared, I'm really drawn to my shoulders here. I feel like you are carrying a lot. And I don't mean that in a heavy way. So I'm not carrying a burden. I don't see that. What I see is carrying I guess responsibility, carrying your soul's plan, a certain path, carrying a lot of light. You have a lot to deliver, is what I see. And surrender. The word surrender is coming up. What do you need to surrender? I'm seeing blankets as well. I don't know if this is metaphorical, but blankets, I'm seeing like spreading out blankets on the ground. So I don't know if this is literal or if this is a metaphor for something else. I'm seeing like placing blankets. Perhaps a gathering. It's almost like they're like the kind of blanket you would use, like a picnic blanket or something. I don't know. Okay, we'll see what Spirit has to say. See what comes through with the cards. Okay. What would Spirit like you to know about the path? Let's get one card for Jared. Spirit's saying it's this one right here. Okay. And this is interesting. The card that I drew for you is spiritual strength. And I was picturing the shoulders, feeling carrying something. And spiritual strength. He's holding up the ceiling or the stone column. And yes, the number 9. Completion. So what Spirit's showing me is that through your life experiences, through your trials, especially the things that have tested you, the things that have caused you to really have faith. Those things where you just had no idea how it was going to turn out, how things were going to work out in your favor, but you surrendered and had faith and moved forward. Those are the moments where you started to gain the most insight and wisdom, where your soul, your very being, evolved, grew, expanded. Those are the times where you became the being that you are. And Spirit is saying, none of it was to test you. None of it was to, like I'm feeling like pulling down. None of it was to lower your vibration. It was all to uplift you. And maybe you don't feel like a spiritual teacher or a leader. But you are, is what Spirit's saying. You have the strength to hold the light, not just for yourself, but for others as well. So I'm hoping that's making sense to you. That you are strong, and it is your inner wisdom. It is that inner, your inner being, your soul self, and that inner peace that's what's going to carry you through. It's what's going to move you forward. So again, Spirit saying trust and faith. Trust, faith, and surrender. That in reality, there is nothing that you need to do. That you are resilient and you have everything that you need because you have Source and you have faith in Source. So let's get another card for you. Okay, faith and patience. Baba is beating it in. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Okay, so let's get another card for you. What action can you take to align with this energy? Wisdom is the card that I drew here. And this is like the Hierophant in the traditional tarot. Building systems is what I'm seeing. Building systems, building community. That you are building something. You are gathering others together. Continue to gather. And I don't want to say your followers, but for lack of any other word, I mean, we must use the human language. Continue to gather your followers. That you're meant to teach and you are meant to inspire. So continue that path. I see this book here, and I feel like this is the book of knowledge, the book of wisdom, sharing your experience, sharing your journey. And also learning, perhaps learning from another spiritual teacher. I'm seeing the book again, like this book connects you. And Spirit's just saying, continue. You already have the strength. You've already gained the knowledge and wisdom that you need to be at this specific intersection, this specific place. So continue to devote yourself to your practice, to your intentions that you have set. Continue on that and just surrender. This is really the time for surrender. I see a lot of personal freedom here. And gathering. Loyalty. I'm seeing loyalty. But perhaps you've been a loyal student. And now others are ready to develop their devotion and loyalty through your words and wisdom. And let's get one last card for you. What is the likely outcome here? One last card. And I see this one here. Okay. Heartache and loss. So what I see here is a deep dive in. So perhaps you're going through some more inner shifts, facing yourself so that you can release anything within that needs healing. So I do see after this expansion, I see some retreating, this going within once again. And releasing what you no longer need. And I feel like some of this, it has to do with thoughts. Could be doubt. Could be dialogue. But releasing even deeper. So Jared, that is what I have for you. And I see by your comments that resonates. And I am wishing you so much love and so many blessings. Okay, and now it is time for our pick a card. So that way everyone receives a personal message. So if you would like, thank you, Jared. Thank you for your comment. So if you would like to receive a personal message, you are going to choose either the number 1, 2, or 3 to receive your personal message. And let's get a card for number 1. Number 1. Number 2. And number 3. Okay. If you chose number 1, your number is 44. Your angels are encouraging you to continue on your present life path with diligence and determination, and even greater success will come in the future. And your affirmation is, I am supported. If you chose number 2, your number is 1111. The universe is arranging people and experiences on your path to help you succeed and helping you wake up to who you truly are. And your affirmation, I am awakening. And if you chose number 3, your number is 17. The quality of work you can produce when you're going at it alone is almost unbelievable. You are as independent as you are ambitious, capable of performing every step of the way with efficiency, focus, and skill. And your affirmation is, I am independent. So that is what I have for you all. If you would like to book your own personal reading or healing, you may do so on my website, which is www.letspiritguide.com. If you have any questions and would like to reach out to me, you may email me, info@letspiritguide.com. If you like what I did here and would like to make a donation, you may do so either through my Venmo, which is Laura-Bennett-229, or through my PayPal, which is Laura-Bennett-1111. If you would like to share this video with someone who may resonate with these messages, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, if you could come back and leave a comment about your experience here or about the work that I did, that would be wonderful. If you could comment on this when it becomes a video. Otherwise, I am wishing you all so much love, so much happiness, so many blessings. So stay happy, stay healthy, stay aligned, and as always, let Spirit guide.